Hello again, traders. Right, this is a really weird video. I wasn't going to make it. You'll think it's quite strange that I am making it because I am actually taking some time away from Twitter and having a break. Not from charts. I love my charts, as you know, and trading. Don't need a break from that. Well, not much of one anyway. But this is a very important, in my opinion, video for a number of reasons. Because I was away yesterday, or going away, I actually rushed a trade, made a mistake, and then thought I can correct this, and I made a second mistake. So 2 losing trades in a row, literally before getting in the car and going away. Crazy. I had a good couple of trades in the Asian session early on, and then just got greedy. So I broke my own rules, made a massive, stupid fool of myself, and I woke up early with this on my mind, driving around in that rain yesterday to our destination. I had a lot of time to think about what I'd done. And then overnight I thought I'm going to sort myself out. Or not overnight, but yesterday I thought, I just need to recalibrate myself. And what I do for recalibration is go back to basics. And I know this doesn't look very basic, but I'll explain what I'm doing. And it might just help other people when you get a little bit what's the word, you kicks your confidence. Actually, you feel an idiot. This is how I felt yesterday, and I wanted to just remind myself of what I've done for all these years and how to avoid this stuff and get back in the groove, as it were. Reset, recalibrate, call it what you like. And I went a bit overboard because one thing leads to another. I was really raring to go first thing this morning at about 1 o'clock, 1:30. Don't ask me why. I sleep very lightly. That's all there is to it. If I wake up, I'm wide awake. So why not get on down and do what I said I would do during the day yesterday? So that's what I did. Spent 4 or 5 hours messing around with this. You've got a load of bits and pieces of my old stuff, but it's new stuff on my charts. And I'm not saying they'll stay, but I just want to talk you through the process. So first off, I'll get back to, you can see I've got all these dashboards here. They stay in place. Nothing changes. Got my dashboard there. And then we just go through the monthly. That is, I need to change the time frame on that. Weekly, daily, and H4. So the first thing I wanted to do was just check the weekly, get myself recalibrated, and all I want to look for really is the same old stuff as I always do. Do the song, high, low, lower, high, lower, low. That's a pullback, that's a continuation. So this is a trend, massive trend. They've all had pullbacks and continuations. We talked about 3CR and the 3CR pullback last week, and then a 3CR is a statement of intent, and down it goes. So I like to recalibrate my mind as to what's going on, start the weekly. And what I used to do way back when, before I even had these dashboards, I would just look at a chart, open the Aussie dollar, know I've had a 3CR on the weekly, draw levels and wait for breaks and closes and reactions to those levels. So literally that's what I do when I need to get back to basics, as it were. And that's what the point of this video. So same goes for the daily. Have a look at the dailies, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, pullback. Now that might continue down, or it might go up depending on the break direction. So a high, a level on there and a level on there, and then watch it. And you don't just do it on the daily. I could see G pound yen was high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. They tried to pull back and failed, and it's just in a massive downtrend. No surprises there with pound weakness, with what's going on around the world, to be honest with you. So got a nice few trades out of that, got a nice long out of gold, and got some nice valuable stuff on US 30 just now. So which prompted me to make this video, because the recalibration thing worked fantastically. No rushing trades, making plans. So now, H4 was a continuation of the 3, or the 2 should I say, weekly, daily, and then you just double check your H4s, and again highs and lows drawn on the levels, and just watch for it to break out. So I got to thinking, and that's why I've got all this stuff on my charts, and I'm not saying they'll stay there, but I want to talk you through the process. This will be quite a long video compared to everything else I do, but the other reason for that is I'm away and I don't want to be making videos, and I haven't made one for a while. So draw your level on the high and the low, and then you're already expecting it to break down because we're in a downtrend, but nothing's over till the fat lady sings, so it might just pop up. If it does, and it's a valid set of indicators and circumstances, 3CRs and all that lot, multi-time frame, RSI momentum, I'll go long. Doesn't matter, So that's that. Now we get to the charts. So as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I could really, what I should be doing is set up my charts for an Asian session template, as it were. So you may notice I've changed these. This was the start of this whole thing. It was like, well, I'm wide awake in the Asian session. What do I need? First off, I need a point of reference, which is an H4. So I set up a daily line box on the H4, high and low. And then I thought, we might be able to use that M candles thing, which overlays the H4 candles. So I dug that out of my archive, as it were, and slung that on. I changed all these so that they are related to the Asian session. It's like this is an Asian session template. I set up templates as well, all while I was waiting for the perfect trades to set up. So that's the Euro, E, that is G. Don't ask me why I put all these things on here, but that makes them high up the list. So I just keep adding an exclamation mark, and it goes on and so forth. I think hashes work as well. But then various suffixes for euro pairs, cable pound pairs, and US 30. That's U for indexes or whatever. So that's what you're looking at the moment. If we go to the pound pairs, this will be the same because all I'm looking at is the pounds here, these 3, and but these will change. Apologies, the more indicators I get, the worse, the slower this gets, but it will change. I don't think this is set up quite as the same as the index ones, so you can see the points has gone because this I moved it down, but on the other one. So here we go, we've got pound, Aussie dollar, pound, New Zealand dollar, and so on and so forth. This one, what it is, it's from CJA on Forex Factory, and what I was looking for was something that would tell me if I've got 2 H4s in the same direction, or 2 dailies. Well, no, I wanted H4s actually. That was the whole point of this, because 2 H4s, 2 red H4s on the same pair, which I couldn't find. So I've got the next best thing, which is a daily direction and H4 direction, and then it stands to reason the rest are the lower time frames. But I'm really interested in just H4, but the daily and H4 is handy as well. Daily down candle and a daily an H4 down candle, or up should I say, for green, apologies, means I'm looking for longs, and vice versa for shorts. So I couldn't find the perfect tool for that, but that's the thought process. So now we've got a breakout on the H4 candle. Let's have a look back at H4 and see whether that shows up on this. We're still on we're still on US 30, aren't we? So let's go to pound yen, and we'll go to you can see the pink lines now are that first candle in the Asian session. Those little pink, there it is there, there it is there, there it is there. That's the first candle. So we've got clear breakouts of those. So I'm all raring to go for the Asian session. I really like trading the Asian session actually. I think I will have to move if Tom watches this, but if we go to H1 we can see what's going on then. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's a few things still on this template. You can tell it's hot off the press. Delete that. Some levels on there. But you can just see that H4 box there. And then we've got the Asian session high and low there as well. And I've put pivots back on because Gaz mentioned something about when the price is so low you've got no reference points. Well, actually, Gaz, if you watch this, you may find the pivots useful. If we go down to M15, you'll see how they are respected, even though you haven't got any sort of support levels as references over there. If it breaks one level, it quite often goes to the next on the pivots. So there you go. Let's use that pivot precisely. Come back and tested it. Then it's gone down to the next pivot and used that with precision. So they do have a value. I spent years taking them on and off and on and off and on and off my charts, but as you can see, all of these little bits and pieces, they work well with what we do with candlesticks and supply and demand and all that lot. So you know, I know you can suffer with analysis paralysis and stuff, but you know, there's the Asian session level. Let's use that as well. It's just you know, what came first, the levels or the supply and demand levels over on that left hand side? It is a conundrum, to say the very least. And then, as you can see, you've got your H4 candles, two reds there for selling. This is crimson, they're set up. So loads and loads of stuff, but it all ties in. This is from Wicks Don't Lie and someone else as well. A couple of people have mentioned the fact that we should be trading the strong pair, i.e. the Asian session pair, against the weak pair, the European and London session, or even American session pairs, because while the cat's away, the mice will play type thing. And it works. GJ today was an absolute dream. If we go back and zoom out, you can see that's the first H4 bar of the day, and it's popped up, used the dragon, pushed down, and then if we look closer, we can see everything ties in as well. All of these, well, for me, amazing indicators. The TMA slope, the RSI bust, pullback, finally broken close below that, and down she goes. Broken through all these various levels as well. So, you know, I mean, what can I say really? Then you've got, on the 5 minute, you've even got the lovely blocks of blackness on that multi-time frame RSI. So, I know it looks messy, but it all makes absolutely perfect sense for me as a scalper. And you've even got these blocks, look at that there, all black, then it turns red, ties up with the TMA, ties up with the RSI, bust, pullback, break and close. And look, we've got the momentum, massive, everything's saying screaming sell, and literally next to no drawdown whatsoever. And then it just cruises on down. And I'm finding these useful as well in keeping us in or out of longs, along with, you know, the divergence I talk about. No point did I want to go long there, no divergence. This is telling me short. This at the time was screaming short on everything, and this is on the charts just to compare it with this and see which gives me more information. Another really interesting thing I keep forget to mention, but I was watching this morning as well, because this is on the chart again, or back on it, is the power. You know, comparing GJ to GU, that number, the lower the number in a short trade, the more likely, on the higher time frame as well, the higher the time frame, the lower the number, the more likely that is to, or it gives a better indication of what's going on. So if you compare, say for example, pound and well, I won't do that, I haven't got time really, but I'll show you these two indicators. That's the best thing. So the indicators on this chart now are this one, CJA MTF price dashboard V1, and you know, it's just all the settings on it. There's nothing really exciting there, and it is just, I think, I may be corrected, stand corrected, it's just MAs. But There will be better ones out there, but it was a bit of a rush job finding something that just told me quickly the pairs to look for a downtrend. I could look at my dashboard on H4 and look for 2 high, low, lower, high, lower, low, but you know, I was looking for a thing, and this is a thing. Not perfect, but it does a good job actually. And set to HA, it's not so reactive to the little candles on the lower time frame. So I found that helped me hold trades, whereas this might turn green on, well, I was trading GJ at the time, and I don't want to be shaken out of trades and using the HA seems to do that better. The other one was well, FXI pivots. I've talked about that. M candles. Pretty straightforward again. It overlays the 4-hour candle on the current chart you're on, whatever chart you're on, and the colours, and set it to false, otherwise it gives you a full, you know, instead of just the outline, you get the full colour of the candle there, as you can see now. But this is great, because the added bonus is if you've broken through, you might have a wick there, you've even got a tiny wick hiding there, I think, and a tiny wick down here. But if it was a big doji style and you've got you break out of the high open or close of the candle, that in itself is tradable and something you wouldn't see if you didn't have these on your charts. So loads of interesting stuff there. So M candles, I've forgotten the name of it now, scroll over it, the multi-symbol candles thingamajobby, and then all the usual suspects, lack of divergence, you don't want to be going long, FXI pivots, working extremely well on there. I mean, they did on the other ones as well. Just quickly have a look at another pair. Don't think I was watching GA this morning, but hopefully I've covered everything that I've messed around with on this charts. But the whole reason for this is, there's a green, you know, so we've got green and green, that in order to reset your head, if you like, you need to get back to basics, and that's what I did this morning. And I didn't want to sort of let this go without making a video, because it is quite important. You know, we all make mistakes. I made mistakes. How do I reset myself? Well, I've just explained that, and also couple more interesting ways to look at indicators and charts. But I'm loving the fact that I now have a little dashboard set up for the Asian session, so I'm fully focused now. Can see myself waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning just for that close of that 4-hour bar, 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. and then you know, see what happens. And this is all rare indigo now, rare indigo. Daily trends, or the trend on the day, momentum, H4 bars. I can't say it's going to stay on here, but it's all about recalibrating things, and that's the whole point of this video. So I'm going to have a nice break. I hope this might make some light bulbs go off for you. You know, reset your head, and I'll show you what quickly what I do with the snap to lines script. So in the old days, I used to literally, you know, it's easier to see on here because you haven't got all the indicators messing with your head. But if we're here, say we're here, and I want to see whether we're going to get a breakout on this hypothetical 4-hour bar, then all I do is slap these levels on there, and I can watch them. If it's a tiny bar, then I've got the high and the low on there. I can even put the open and closes on there. That's not a very good example because there's a gap there, but it will show. Let's put it on, there's lots of gaps all over these actually. Let's put it on that one there, and that will do the close and the open. So these are proprietary, so I can't share them, but there are a couple of snap to indicators on what I call snap to the high, snap to the low, snap to the open and close. They are on my pin tweet, or go and just search snap on Forex Factory, and it will give you those. But it's brilliant on an H4 chart. Well, let's do it on an H4 actually. And mine, are lovely because they have the levels on there as well. So you can just slap one on the high of that green candle there and the low of that green candle, and then you just watch for the breakout as it goes on, and that's it. So resetting yourself after a bit of a mare, and a few other bits and pieces included. Sorry for the long video. Have a great time. I'm going to have a great break. Thanks for watching.